What up, everybody? Um, I'm not going to be too concerned about what podcast this is for. I'll figure that out later. Because there's something I really want to talk about. Something that's been weighing on my mind quite a bit. And that's the concept of chivalry. And the notion that chivalry is dead. Okay. Chivalry, in and of itself as a concept, is not dead. It has never died. However, chivalry is something that needs to be earned. And chivalry is not earned in today's marketplace. Before we get started, let's first talk about the actual definition of chivalry. Bear with me while I look it up real quick. Okay. Let's go real quick and see it. Chivalry. Historical is knights, noblemen, and horsemen collectivity. But more modern is the combination of qualities expected of an ideal knight, especially courage, honor, courtesy, justice, and a readiness to help the weak. In everyday terminology, that means going above and beyond to acknowledge the weaker gender. In this case, women. Chivalry is dated, yes. And it's dated because it has been made painfully obvious to most modern men, or modern men in general, women don't need us. Which is the first great lie that society has fostered upon us. And it doesn't need us, and they don't need us, because if we don't need us, if they're not with us, they're against us. And if they're against us, they win. That's it. If we are not together, we will surely fall apart separately. United we stand, divided we fall. And we're falling. I'm a bad bee. I'm a queen. I'm a boss. I'm independent. And I've come to the point in my life where I say, fine. You stay over there. We'll stay over here. And we'll see who wins in the end. You stay over there. You stay over there. Because I hate this when my mind goes blank like this. When people in general, and women in particular, say that they're independent, they're independent upon what used to be their dependency. They're independent, in this case, of men. They don't need us. I don't need a man. I want a man. Okay. Fine. You don't need a man. You don't need a man. I'm not going to say any different. I'm not going to do any different. But at the same time, there are consequences to that line of thought. And shout out to my friends at An Uncomfortable Truth. The lesson for today is whether you want to believe it or not. There are consequences, and you do have to listen to them, because at some point in your existence, the bill comes due. Shout out to Baramoto from Doctor Strange. The bill always comes due. And when that unfortunate and unpleasant fact rears its ugly head, where will you be? You can deny it all you want. It won't happen to me. It can't happen to me. I got my money. I got my career. I've got my independence. I got my own house. I got my own car. I got my own money. Yes, you do. And bully for you. I honestly mean that. Congratulations. Let's see if that keeps you warm at night. Let's see if that keeps you safe when someone's breaking into your house. Let's see if that helps you when you're out looking for a job and you get rejected time and time again. And it comes back to, like I said in the beginning, what keeps you warm at night? It ain't money. Because that's only going to go but so far. And let's be real. There comes a time when the money runs out. And for women, it runs out a lot sooner than it does for men. Because let's keep it 1,000. Let's call a spade a spade. Your value, as determined by the marketplace, i.e. the sexual/dating marketplace, is based on your looks. Don't shoot the messenger. It is what it is. How you look will place you on the marketplace ladder. The better you look, the higher you are. And there eventually comes a time when the looks begin to fade. You notice your phone doesn't ring as often. Guys don't slide into your DMs as often. You spend more and more time by yourself. And it's not right. It's not fair. It's not kind. It's not just. None of the things that happen in the dating/sexual marketplace are. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it real. It's not right that women age out faster than men. It's not fair that 80% of men are invisible to women. It's not kind that guys use up girls and kick them to the curb. At all. I'll be the first one to tell you, it's not kind at all. It just is. That's the cards we were dealt. That's the hand we need to play. There are no do-overs in this game. There are no mulligans. Here's the hand you were dealt. Play. If you don't want to play, that's fine too. Get off the field. Someone's there to take your place. And that probably is the most unfair, unkind, and most unjust thing that could possibly come of it. You don't have to play. But there's another one. Probably better than you. That wants to play. They'll gladly take your spot. They'll gladly pick up where you leave off. And there's a good chance they'll do better. There's another hot young woman that turns 18 every minute. I'll say that again. There's another hot 18-year-old that comes into the sexual/dating marketplace every second. You won't be missed. Sure, there'll probably be some guys that'll think fondly of you as they smash somebody else. Men love sex. Women love commitments, long-term stability. So, women are the gatekeepers to sex. You must go through a woman as a man to fulfill your primary objective, which is to have sex. Men are the gatekeepers to relationships. You must go through a man as a woman to obtain and retain long-term relationships, long-term commitments, long-term stability. Again, it ain't right, it ain't kind, it ain't just. Some more uncomfortable truths for you. All is fair in love and war. Whoever came up with that saying was way wiser than their years. Because all is fair in love and war. Anything goes, no holds barred. And those that think that it is, have already lost. One thing that I discovered before I got married in my many years of dating, and it goes to what Myron from Fresh and Fit, shout out to Myron and Walter. One thing that they said is nice men finish last. And there is truth to that saying. Because nice men play by the rules. And remember, all is fair in love and war. So if you got two people, two guys, and one guy is like, I'm going to play by the rules. I'm going to do it fair. And the other guy is, oh, no. I'm going to do what it takes. I want to win. Who do you think wins? Spoiler alert, it ain't the nice guy. It's not. Because, as I said before, all is fair in love and war. The second guy will do whatever it takes in order for him to fulfill his primary objective, which is to get the girl and have sex with her. The nice guy, there may be a bridge that he doesn't want to cross for whatever reason. A big determination on which one the guy takes is sex. A guy and a girl could be fooling around, making out. And it's getting hot and heavy. And the good guy thinks, wait a minute, we're heading into uncharted waters. I don't know if she wants this. So I'm going to stop. On paper, that sounds great. He's doing the right thing for all the right reasons. Let's flip it. Let's call him Tyrone. Tyrone and this girl are making out. They're getting hot and heavy. Comes to the same realization, whoa. This is going to another level. Let's see how far I can push it. On paper, he's doing all the wrong things. Not taking the woman's consideration in at all. He's just thinking, I'm this close to my goal, I'm going for it. Where the good guy says, I'm almost there, but I don't know if she wants it. So it's better to me to assume that she doesn't. The good guy's going to go home unfulfilled and stands a very good chance of him not being asked to come back. Tyrone gets what he wants. Now he stands a good chance of also not being asked to come back because maybe she didn't want it. But in the back of her mind, he just took it. He saw what he wanted and he went for it. I like that. You see? Makes no sense whatsoever. The good guy should not only be allowed to come back, but should be taken very seriously for her future prospects. She should very seriously entertain the fact of marriage with this guy, because he thought enough of her to table his own needs and desires to keep her safe and happy. Will that happen? Probably not. Why? He was too nice. I'm going to tell you a real quick story about a situation I had growing up. I was living up north, early to mid-20s. And there was this girl I liked. And every Friday, she'd have a party. And every Friday, she'd invite me. And every Friday, we have a good time, dancing, laughing, joking, stuff like that. And then it would begin to pair off. And every Friday, she'd say, "I'll be right back. I'm going upstairs." And every Friday, I'd be okay. And I'd wait for her downstairs. And wait. And wait. And wait some more. One time I said, "Wait a minute, this is taking a long time." So I went upstairs and she was on the phone. I was like, "Oh, she must have been on the phone, no big deal." It wasn't until much, much later where I found out the truth. Now, I didn't tell you everything because I wanted you to get a feel of it, but I will also say that before she went upstairs, we'd fool around a bit. And then she'd go upstairs. Now I can hear some of you guys saying, "See that? I wouldn't have done that. That was me. I would have been up there and been in it." That's the point. You guys would have been the Tyrone in my situation. I was the nice guy. I missed out on so much fun growing up because I was the nice guy. I remember women telling me, "I couldn't do that to you. I wouldn't want to ruin you." Translation: you don't do it for me. But I don't have the heart to tell you that. So I'll tell you something else. What? Huh? Chivalry is dead. It's dead because it's morphed into something else entirely different. Gone are the days when you would pull out your chair before you sat down, light a cigarette, help her with her coat, um, opening the car door for a woman, all that stuff, which is a man's way of evening the playing field so that the woman felt more inclusive. That's all gone. That's long gone. That ship has sailed. It ain't never, ever coming back. And I think it's time you recognize that. What happened to chivalry? You tell me. What did you do to it? How many nice guys did you either outright reject or more insidiously put in the friend zone, where it's really, really hard to get out of? That's why men now have a sex zone. You're either dating seriously or you're having fun. As stated before, the only difference is women tell you they're putting you in the friend zone. Men will never tell you you're in the fun zone. Ever. Because if they did, you'd probably reject them and they wouldn't get anything. So they have to be sneaky about it. I've had people tell me that they prefer honesty and they can handle it. I'm here to tell you, no, they can't. Because in the realm of the dating / sexual marketplace, honesty leads to uncomfortable truths. If a guy was to tell a girl, I really like you, I want to pursue a relationship with you, but every now and then I have this itch I have to scratch, and that's going to mean I have to go out and see other people. It's you that I love. It's you that I want to be with. Just every now and then I'm gonna stray from home. How many women would be okay with that? I'll wait. Short answer, not very many. I'm thinking 2 out of 10 being generous. And that's your honesty. You don't like it. You reject him for it. But he's being honest. So, knowing that most women would not be cool with that train of thought, what's a guy going to do? He's going to tell the woman what she wants to hear and do what he wants anyway. And here's the rub. Most times that men are faithful, it's one, maybe twice. And it's because he was horny and she was there. How many times have you seen a man's side piece look better than the main girl? Spoiler alert, maybe 1 out of 10. Maybe. The rest, mid. Average. If not below average. And a lot of times, a man will cheat when there are needs that he needs that aren't being met at home. Is that right? No, no. When you make those vows, whether it's in front of God or man, they're for life. So no, it's not right. It's not fair. It's not just. And it sure as hell isn't kind. Again, don't shoot the messenger. Don't hate the player. Hate the game. And the most ironic and most uncomfortable of truths that I'm ever going to speak to you about, because I just thought about this. This is a direct response to women. I'll say that again. This is a direct response to women and the dating game of today. It's always been like that. Don't get it wrong. But today, women are more promiscuous than ever. They went from being able to say no all the time to hardly being able to say no now. And what's changed? Society's changed. The people in power have thought, if we can keep these people fighting amongst themselves, they'll never see what we're doing. And it's just another way to keep the peasants in line. They've given up on all the other ways, hence society being what it is today. The only thing they have left is the battle of the sexes. If I can keep men and women from uniting, I'll maintain power. And to them, that's all that matters. Nothing else matters. Nothing. So yeah, chivalry is dead and modern feminism killed it. What do you think about it? Am I right? Am I wrong? Drop a comment down below in the comment section. We'll be reading them. And very possibly, if you come up with a good enough one, I'll answer it online. I'll answer it on the air. And coming very soon, we're going to start doing live streams. May even answer it live. And with that, come to the end of another one. Thank you all for allowing me to give you another point of view. As I've stated many times before, I'm not a preacher. I'm not a teacher. I'm not a pundit. I'm just somebody who thinks a little differently and isn't afraid to share those thoughts with you, the listeners. and or the viewers. And as always, these podcasts produced by Jazzy Groove and Rainy Day Podcast come to you in the power of 5. Like, comment, subscribe, notify, share. 5 actions that are powerful enough on their own. Together, they're unstoppable. And together, they'll help us grow even more. We'll reach more people. Introduce new viewpoints to a whole new group of listeners and or viewers. And who knows? We might even touch one. And as I've always stated, always, if we can get one person just to think on what we're talking about, not do it, think on it, our job is done. Because we've implanted the seeds of change. And that's where it truly begins. There's a saying, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first single step. Me telling you how I feel, me giving you examples, me giving you insights, and yes, opinions, all help to plant that seed. The minute you go, gotcha. Gotcha. And with that, we're going to sign off. This is OBJ. As I used to say, your humble, gracious, and highly favored host. Saying, take care of one another. Be safe. Do better. Peace out.